Hey everybody, it's Ravi here, and today we're going to be doing another Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 video. This time we're going to be doing a level 180 Hybrid Male Saiyan build. Now, this is going to be different from the average Hybrid Male Saiyan build because we're actually going primarily all into Ki Blast and Strike Supers, and if you don't know what that means, just stick around to the end of the video. Now, the skills we have today are going to be Vanishing Ball, Soaring Rush, Demon Flash Strike, Divinity Unleash, Power Rush, and Warp Kamehameha, along with the transformation Super Saiyan Blue Evolved and the evasive Super Explosive Wave. Now, the reason why we're picking all of these moves is because, well, this is what I feel comfortable playing with, but obviously it's a hybrid build. You can pretty much customize it however you want to customize it, but I'm going to be picking this one because I think it's one of the most optimal ways you can play Hybrid Male Saiyan. But for the most part, let's explain what makes this build so powerful. So Soaring Rush is a move that you can use after any knockaway or in the middle of a combo, because once you land Soaring Rush, you're able to pretty much dash forward, or rather the move lets you dash forward automatically, and during that time, after you dash forward, you can either choose to keep the combo going by just hitting them with a light or a heavy attack, or you could launch them with triangle and circle, which is primarily the use for Soaring Rush here. Not only does it do decently good damage for what it is, but it's a very good combo extender. Besides that, we're going to use this with the triangle circle launcher to combo it into Vanishing Ball. Now, what Vanishing Ball is, it's a combo tool that is very cheap. It only costs 1 bar to use, but you can loop it into itself over and over again for extremely high damage, despite the fact that it is a multi-hitting move. Because it hits so many times and you're throwing it out so many times, you're going to combo into it more than once, and that's going to be the point of the video. Demon Flash Strike is pretty much what we're going to use if you want to preserve Ki and if you want to have a combo ender. Now, the point of the combo, or what we're going to do here, is once we have a high amount of Ki, when we get it with Divinity Unleash, get it first, start fighting, launch the opponent back. And once we have like up to max Ki, we can transform. We're going to go into Soaring Rush, loop it into Vanishing Ball over and over again. And then after like maybe 2 or 3 Vanishing Balls, we're going to finish it into Demon Flash Strike or the ultimate attack, Warp Kamehameha. When you loop it up to 3 times, right, you'll have enough stun time. I believe 2 times as well, but I usually do 3. When you loop it multiple times, Vanishing Ball, you'll have enough time to actually throw out Warp Kamehameha. You'll teleport in front of your enemy and pretty much get a full powered ultimate attack right in front of their face, and they can't really do much about it. As for Power Rush is pretty much there as a last resort option if you really need to get as much damage out as possible and you just got to get it out quick and fast, like just you have the resources for it and you need to finish off the opponent now. That's pretty much what it's there for. Other than that, you can use it in the combo or in a middle of a combo, like you could use it maybe after 1 Vanishing Ball, but for the most part it's just there as a extremely powerful back hit option or as a last resort ultimate attack option if the opponent is low on stamina and you really got to get out as much damage as humanly possible. Now, for the transformation today, I could have used, Beast or Super Saiyan Blue this time around, or Potential Unleashed if you wanted to, but I'm using Super Saiyan Blue Evolved because last video people were saying that Super Saiyan Blue Evolved was much stronger than Beast, which I know it is. It's actually a 35% boost to all your damage. The only reason why I used Beast last video is because I didn't have that much Ki. Granted, I had a lot of Ki, yes, but because I was using, Beast, not Beast, but because I was using Power Rush, I decided, oh, well, I guess I'll just use Beast because I get a massive damage to all of my moves. Plus, I have the Beast combo, which scales very, very good with the Male Saiyan. But as for now, we're going to be focusing on comboing our special moves into each other, which is why we're using Super Saiyan Blue Evolved. If you want to use Super Saiyan Blue like regular, you could just use that if you just want to actually have more Ki preserved in the middle of your fight, but for the most part we're going to use Super Saiyan Blue Evolved because I believe Divinity Unleashed kind of counteracts some of the downsides that we get for Super Saiyan Blue Evolved. Plus, it has damage reduction for those who really were talking about, not investing points into health last video. But I feel like considering we're just trying to dish out a lot of damage here, health doesn't really matter for this build. But anyways, Super Explosive Wave, it's a very good 2-bar move. It's pretty much interchangeable with Spirit Explosion, or if you want, you could switch it out for Instant Rise or Super Back Jump or Super Front Jump, whatever you want. But it's a 2-bar, very, very good move that's very, very effective. And if you want, you could change it to a Saiyan Blaster, since the evasive lasts long enough for you to transform into this. But you know, we're not going to do that this time around. We're just going to stick to this build. Alright, we're here at the equipment. We're first going to talk about the QQ Bang. The QQ Bang has +5 in Ki, Stamina, Strike Supers, and Ki Blast Supers. The way you get this type of QQ Bang is by combining Kava's clothing and Beerus' clothing. But if you want to try to get something along the lines like these two, or maybe something like this, you're going to want to get the combination of Super Saiyan 4 Goku's clothing and Kava's clothing. Now, for the most part, we're going to be wanting to aim towards this because the point of the build video is try to combine the power of Strike Supers and Ki Blast Supers by comboing Strikes into Ki Blast Supers. Now, for those of you who are wondering, how do you get QQ Bangs like these? Well, you can't. I'm using the PC version. I'm using something called Save Editor to get these types of QQ Bangs. I just know how to get these because I actually own some of these QQ Bangs in the console edition of the game. So trust me when I say this, the recipes that I said before, it is obtainable to get these types of QQ Bangs. It is rare to get these two types, but it is possible. It just depends on how lucky you are and how, you know, RNGesus wants to reward you. Up next, we got the Super Soul. I'll surpass you as I am with my own power. It'll always shorten your guard breaks by 15%, and when your guard is broken, you get a 10% boost to all of your attacks and stamina recovery speed. This stacks up to 5 times, which, when fully stacked, for both stats, it is a 50% boost to all of your attacks and a 50% boost to all of your stamina recovery speed. As for any other alternative Super Souls, for PvP and PvE, this one's a PvE Super Soul. If you don't have the one I just listed, I'll keep adding a bit of power to my attacks. When you throw the opponent, you get a 5% damage boost, but it stacks up to 10 times. That is a 50% boost to all of your damage across the board. It is actually better than Topo's Super Soul. I'll cast aside everything for this. It actually, I believe it has around 20% more damage than that Super Soul. Plus, when you stack this Super Soul, you don't get any of the debuffs from I cast aside everything for this. As for any PvP Super Souls, we got I Think I'm Finally Warmed Up Now. What it does is it boosts the strengths of all your attacks by 10% and boosts your movement speed by 15%, along with the Ki Auto Recovery mode, which actually slows down the amount of Ki drain you get from Super Saiyan Blue Evolved. If you're using the regular Super Saiyan Blue, this actually completely negates all of Super Saiyan Blue's Ki drain. So if you wanted to switch from Blue Evolution to regular Blue to still get that 25% damage bonus and no Ki drain, this is the perfect Super Soul for you. As for any other final PvP Super Souls, we have one last one right here. This place will be your grave. It always decreases the amount of Ki restored by 25%, which sounds pretty bad, but that's when you realize it's completely negated when you transform. When you transform, it'll boost all of your attacks by 20% and boost the amount of Ki restored by 25%, completely negating the debuff that you always had in base form. Now, this is pretty good, especially in the middle of a PvP battle. Once you get Divinity Unleashed, and if you're being hit or if you're hitting the opponent, you'll pretty quickly get to 15 bars of Ki without question because of how much you're getting. You'll be able to transform near instantaneously if you knock away your opponent, if you're in a safe position, and just have your free 20% damage buff in the middle of the match. Now, let's get to the next segment, the attribute points. If you notice some of my attribute points look a little weird, that's because Save Editor just got updated, and I don't know why it's causing the numbers not to be read, but this is pretty much what we're going to be looking at. We're going to have our Ki at 132, our Stamina at 6, our Basic Attacks at 19, Strike Supers at 200, and our Ki Blast Supers at 200. At our Ki at 132, this will give us the exact cap of 15 bars of Ki, and with 6 Stamina, we'll be able to have 11 bars of stamina. As for these extra points, if you want to, you can dump these points into health, but for me, I'm just putting them into basic attack just to get that small teeny tiny boost of regular attack whenever you're punching the opponent. Other than that, the point of being 200 points in strikes and Ki Blast Supers, like I said earlier, we're going to combo Strike Supers into Ki Blast Supers, or just Ki Blast Supers into itself, or vice versa. It's pretty good considering the fact that we'll have 15 bars of Ki to play around with. Plus, with all that Ki, we'll be able to stay in Evolution Blue for much longer. Now, let's get into the Showcase in Training mode. Alright, first we're going to be showing off the damage in base form, transformed, and with the Super Soul stacked. First, let's show off the damage. To give a reference point, 10,000 HP is 1 health bar. So, let's go into Swing Rush. Alright, 3,788. Got Vanishing Ball. 6,579, and Demon Flash Strike 4,546. Now Warp Kamehameha is going to do around 15,145 health, and Power Rush is going to do 26,516. Alright, let's do this while transformed. Transformed, we're going to be looking at the moves again. We're going to do Soaring Rush. Alright, 5,115. We got Vanishing Ball. 8,879. And Demon Flash Strike. 6,138. We got Warp Kamehameha. 20,000 damage. Or 20,462. That's 2 health bars. And for Power Rush, this actually might kill him here. 35,802 damage, 3.5 health bars. That is insane. Now, let's go on to the next segment with our Super Soul stack. Alright, after getting our stamina broken 5 times, these are going to be the damage numbers. We got Soaring Rush. It does 7,010. We got Vanishing Ball. 12,177. We got Demon Flash Strike. 8,413. We got Warp Kamehameha. 28,034. Now for this last part, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to put him at infinite health, because if I didn't, he would die from this. Let's see here. $49,703. Now, to prove my point that he would die from this, here, let me show you. It was overkill, in fact. Just like the last video, it was overkill. We're going to show up how to really use this build. So what we're going to do is, whenever you go into a match, you're going to want to use Divinity Unleashed, get 1 bar of ki at bare minimum, and then with that buff, we're going to punch the opponent, and make sure that your Super Soul is stacked by this time. You know, just get some nice damage off, and once you have full ki, you're going to want to transform into Blue Evolution. Now, the way we combo into these moves, since we're not going to be primarily relying on, you know, the normal attacks or the basic attacks to get our damage, we're going to be primarily utilizing the knockaways into super attacks. So what I mean by that is we're going to use stuff like Soaring Rush into Vanishing Ball, and end it with Demon Flash Strike. With Soaring Rush, whenever you get this move, you can cancel it into anything like Light or Heavy. But, you know, the main point of this move is we're going to combo it into Triangle and Circle, this move. So whenever we do this, it's going to look something like this, into a knockaway like that. We don't want to do that because we're going to want to combo it into Vanishing Ball. Vanishing Ball is not hard to combo into, especially if you've been playing this game for a long time. If you get any long-lasting knockaway like Triangle and Circle, you can combo into it. What makes it so special is that you can combo into itself along with other moves, especially if they're far enough away. So with all of that being said, this is what it's going to look like in a true combo. Any knockaway, like any light knockaway, just anything like that, you just combo it into Soaring Rush, and then you just combo into this multiple times. Twice, thrice, 4 times. And even though I messed it up right there, you could still combo after it because you have that much time to combo into stuff after you use Vanishing Ball from that far away. Now, besides that, we're also going to be utilizing the ultimate attacks to combo into this type of stuff. Like I said before, you can combo this into any knockaway, whether it be a weak, really short knockaway or a long knockaway. It doesn't matter what knockaway you do, so long as you combo into it from any knockaway. Soaring Rush can work from anywhere, anytime. So let me prove my point. Let me just dash into my opponent like this. Send him away, do this like 3 times. And instead of doing Demon Flash Strike, we're going to do Warp Kamehameha, and it's going to connect because we have so much time to combo after it. See all that damage right there? Nothing in any parallel quest will live that. Every single parallel quest you do, it will get nuked because of the Super Soul. And even if you don't have the Super Soul active, any damaged Super Soul works perfectly well with this. I'm just saying, if you want the best results, this Super Soul was going to be your go-to, or the Raditz one. Like I said earlier, it is pretty good. That 50% damage boost goes a long way. But for the most part, yeah, that's just how we're going to do it. We're going to get Divinity Unleashed, get the 1 bar, punch him a lot of times, and off of knockaways, you're just going to do this, send him back, Vanishing Ball once or twice, into Demon Blast Strike. You know, pretty powerful combo, PvE and PvP viable. For all of those that were complaining earlier, of course. But yeah, I'm going to show this off in a parallel quest. I'll see you in a bit. As a quick reminder, the best partner you want to equip during parallel quests is Hercule Satan, custom one of course. You're going to want to make sure he has the Hercule Super Soul, because every time you kill something, you will get a 5% boost to all your damage, and if you have 2 Hercules, that'll be a 10% boost every time you kill something, up to 10 times. So if you have 2 Hercules, you get 10 kills, make sure they don't kill anything, then you will get a 100% boost to all of your attacks. That's doubling your strength. As for his stats, make sure I just put him on technical so he doesn't do too much damage. His skill set is Rolling Hercule Punch to stun, Vice to action gives him stamina, Super Guard lets him just guard like much more effectively, just be invincible, a good distraction. Taunt is a distraction move, Savior Has Come is a distraction move, and this is just a 2-bar evasive. And of course, costume doesn't matter, you know, I chose the best one for him, objectively. Anyways, let's get right into the parallel quest. To show off the power of the build, we're going to be running this parallel quest solo. Alright, we're going to be running this build on the greatest training ever. The reason why is because this mission has a lot of enemies and a lot of them have damage reduction towards certain moves. For example, certain enemies have damage reduction towards normal attacks but have weaknesses towards Strike Supers. Some of them have damage reduction towards Strike Supers but have weak resistances towards Ki Blast Supers. definitely done that a bit faster. But, you know, it is what it is. Considering I practically had no help and I had to fight 2 Ultra Instinct users and 3 Gods of Destruction, I'd say I did pretty okay. Okay, well, let's look at the time. Probably didn't do it that fast. Yeah, 13 minutes. Yeah, I could have done better, but it's alright. I at least got to show off the power of the moves, even with the crazy damage reduction of these characters that we fight against. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the video. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as you can see, we were able to destroy and decimate that event with just all of our Hybrid Saiyan might. I'm honestly sure that this is the best way to approach Hybrid Male Saiyans, especially for parallel quests. If you don't agree with this build, maybe you were just a PvPer and you were like, man, 200 points is kind of expensive. Can't I just get rid of 50 points here, 50 points there, put them in basics and stuff? You can absolutely do that, because that is up to your choice. You have free will as a human being. If you just want to get rid of like 200 points in wherever the hell, and just put it into health, then I'm not going to blame you. Just don't come running to my comment section saying, "Hey man, your build sucks. You gotta put 200 points in health and 0 in basics, man. You suck." Just don't do that. Just build it how you please. Keep your intrusive thoughts to yourself, and just take it as an inspiration. Or take it from me. As for the skills, you could change this to be however you want. Since it's a hybrid build, you have so many combinations of moves you could do. Hell, I was actually going to change this to be Super Dragon Fist and have it sort of combos into freaking Ki Blast Cannon after a square triangle combo, but I instead opted to do something a lot more quick that just will dump a lot more damage much faster with just knockaway combos. But other than that, I think you just build how you want to build it. But this is just a good example of how you'd want to approach a Hybrid Male Saiyan build, especially if you want to be optimal. Like I said earlier, the Super Souls, you could change this to be the Ratted Super Soul, this one, and it honestly would be a decent trade-off. The stamina regen for that one would be pretty good. But other than that, yeah, I wouldn't change anything else about it. It is customizable, but this is just how I'm going to run, this type of build. But anyways, I hope you all learned something from today, and I hope you have a great day, an afternoon, or a night, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!